At 6, we have another Target 12 investigators exclusive.
A top state official pledged not to take money from state vendors because of his powerful job. But we've learned that Brett Smiley, a likely candidate for Providence mayor, did accept donations from some people who do business with the state. Target 12 investigator Steph Machado tells us what she's learned.
After we brought our findings to Brett Smiley, he said he refunded 2 donations and is looking into whether any other checks need to be sent back. But he also defended some donations from top executives at companies with state contracts. In October, Brett Smiley went before the Rhode Island Ethics Commission seeking advice on how to raise money to run for mayor of Providence in 2022, while also serving as director of administration under Governor Gina Raimondo. As director, Smiley has power over a wide swath of state spending, including millions of dollars of coronavirus relief funds. Smiley pledged he would not take donations from state employees or state vendors.
Intend to continue to go above and beyond to avoid any appearance of impropriety.
And then very quickly seemed to violate his own pledge.
A Target 12 review of Smiley's campaign finance report filed in recent days shows at least a dozen top executives or owners of companies that are active state vendors donated to his mayoral campaign. We asked Smiley about the contributions, who said he would send checks back to 2 donors. Colin Kane, founding partner of the Peregrine Group, which DOA paid to advise on alternative hospital sites, and Jonathan Savage, a partner at a law firm with multiple state contracts. Smiley wrote in a statement in part, "We voluntarily established strict contribution standards approved by the Rhode Island Ethics Commission to avoid even the appearance of impropriety. Any contribution we identify that does not meet these standards will be promptly returned." But Smiley defended other donations, arguing it's only the owners of such companies or employees authorized to commit to contracts that count. For example, he does not intend to return donations from 2 officials at the convention center and the Dunk, even though the state approved millions to the convention center to host a field hospital.
He set sort of an artificially high bar for himself, and now to be parsing that doesn't necessarily seem to be the right thing to do.
John Marion from Common Cause Rhode Island says it's going to continue to be difficult for Smiley to fundraise for mayor while serving in such a powerful state job.
It's an awfully important job he has in state government at an awfully important time, and having sort of the side hustle of running for mayor of the capital city just might not be sustainable.
Smiley said he was unavailable for an on-camera interview today. Target 12 sent him a list of additional donors we identified who have state contracts. Smiley said he would review the list to see if any more checks need to be sent back. I'm Steph Machado, 12 News.